Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you a brand new multi-item sorting system I came up with quite a while ago but just recently discovered. Now you may remember about a month ago I released another tutorial on a multi-item sorter, however that design worked horizontally and this new design works vertically. Essentially how it works is that the items go down the chests and they can actually be spaced together a lot closer as seen in this screenshot here. Another great thing about this design is that it's really easy to build and can be done fairly early in the game. It also uses a relatively low amount of resources, meaning you don't have to go out and gather loads of iron for hoppers and loads of redstone for massive redstone contraptions like this design here. It's also pretty robust and pretty modular, so you can kind of move the chests however you would like to move them, meaning that they can fit in a bunch of different situations. However, this old design can be more useful in some situations. It is more robust in some ways. However, this new item sorter is really great if you just want to have a wall of chests line up like so. If you do want to still build this slightly older design here, I will go ahead and put a link in the description. However, I'm going to be, for now, hopping into the world and doing a tutorial on the new one. Alright, so for this tutorial, you want the chests spaced out like so, with one block in between each, on both sides. You can of course also build this with chests just like so, going inwards like that, but you'd also have to make them spaced out just like so. So yeah, you can do that if you want, but yeah, I'd recommend doing it like this. You can also have more than a one block space if you'd like to, but I am going to do the minimum space requirements for it, and yeah, that's it right there. So let's go ahead and start with this block by block tutorial. We're going to want to start by putting hoppers on the back of all of these chests just like so. Make sure they're all pointing that way. In terms of the north, south, east, west directions, it doesn't really matter that much. But make sure that you do it on the left side of the chest if you're looking from the front, or the right side if you're looking from the back. Alright, so now that we've done that, you want to make sure you leave a little bit of space below as well, just keep in mind. And you can also expand it upwards and onwards as much as you like, and also you can expand it sideways as well, as much as you'd like. And yeah, that's all free to change to what you would like to do. Anyway, what you can go ahead and do now is you want to add a couple of chests right here. So you want to add chests on top of here, as well as a dropper just like that. I'm going to be showing you this module first, and then I'll show you how to connect it to that module in a second. So you want to add a chest with a dropper on the top facing downwards into the chest. Once you've done that, you want to go ahead and this, if it's the very far left row or column down here, this is actually the input chest. So you can go ahead and just add chests, add as many chests as you'd like to. It's really free to change whatever you'd like. But yeah, that's the input chest for where you're going to be inputting all of your items to get automatically sorted throughout all of these chests. Alright, now that you've done that, what you want to go ahead and do is you want to create a block out the back here. We're going to worry about some of the water streams and item elevators in a second. But we're going to put a block connected to this so we can take a comparator output from there. We want to make sure it's on subtract mode, meaning the light is on right there. Now what you want to do is create a little 2x3 platform here with blocks up in those two places. Now you want to add redstone dust on those two blocks, putting blocks on top of there, with a repeater set to 4 ticks there, going into a redstone dust which goes into that comparator. Now if we chuck some items in here, you should notice that they will start dispensing into this chest, which will start going all the way down into this chest pretty slowly. That's pretty much the behavior that we want, and you should see we should get the perfect amount all the way in that chest down there. Now what we want to go ahead and do is start adding the individual modules for each individual chest. So what you want to do is take a comparator output from there, and then you want to make that go into a block, and then add some blocks down the side here. You want to put a torch there, have a repeater set to 3 ticks I do believe, with redstone dust there. Now what you want to do is go ahead and repeat that for every single chest. So remember that this redstone starts one block below, so you can see it'll fill in that gap there. This comparator needs to take an output from the hopper that is pointed into this chest right here. And basically the way it'll work is that if we fill this up with items here, say for example polished andesite, and we chuck them in the input chest here, we should see that they will get sorted into this chest here, and you can see 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it should go up to a 11, I do believe. And yep, 11, just like that. However, if we put in another item, say for example a few droppers, we should see that they won't go into this chest, and they'll just go into the next free slot, which is actually in this chest. However, we haven't built the rest of the modules yet, so you can see they'll just go down to here. So Let's just wait for those to go through. They can't go into this chest, so they'll go into this chest next if we build the rest of the modules. So let's go ahead and build another module here. Remember, it's just a comparator output from that hopper there, and then going into a block that goes into a torch with a repeater there set to 3 ticks and a dust. And it's the exact same for this one here as well. You want to take a comparator output into a torch, into a repeater, 3 ticks, dust, just like so. Alright, now that we've done that, we should see, because this chest is filled up with andesite, it shouldn't go into this top chest here, it should go into this one down here theoretically. So you can see this redstone blinking, this one shouldn't be blinking, and it should just be going into this chest. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. None is going in here, it's all going in here. That's exactly the system we want. Perfect. Alright, so now that we've done this, we just need to hook it up to the next module here, which I'm actually going to go ahead and build really quickly here. Right, so I've built this second module here, and you want to make sure you have 2 hoppers facing downwards on top of this dropper right here. Now what we want to do is we want to go under here and take 2 hoppers down just like so. And then we want to, I didn't quite give this enough clearance off the ground. Rule number 1 with making redstone contraptions, make sure you leave enough clearance on the ground. Jeez. Alright, now that I've gone ahead and cleared up some more space here, what we want to do is go 1, 2, 3 blocks here, and then we want to place a dropper facing upwards, just like so. Now we want to add these hoppers that go into this dropper like that. Alright, so what you want to go ahead and do here is you want to add a comparator right there, and then you want to add blocks that go along just like so. Now you want to add a redstone dust there with a repeater going out like so, and then 3 redstone dust just like that to create a little bit of, this should create some form of a clock. Yep, there it goes. So unfortunately that doesn't dispense yet though. So what we want to do is add another redstone dust down here. I'm going to replace these blocks, redstone dust and a repeater just like so, and then make sure that goes into a block that is directly under here. Now if we put items in here, we should see that yep, they get dispensed out just like so. I want to apologize for a mistake I made here. This needs to be facing this way, which is, you know, away from all of the rest of the redstone in this thing. Bit of a mistake on my part. Anyway, what we want to go ahead and do is add blocks right here and add glass that goes all the way up just like so. Alright, so you want to bring this tube up to the top redstone just like this, and then make it go over just like so. Now what you want to do is build all of this up just like that, and then what you actually want to go ahead and do is destroy that and then make it zigzag all the way down just like so. Make sure it is pointing into the hopper when it comes down like this. If it's coming down like this where it's pointing away from the hopper, you've done it wrong. You need to make sure that it points down into the hopper just like so. Now that you've done that, you want to go ahead and add glass all around where the water will go just like so. I believe you don't actually need a water source on that last block because the water actually won't flow all the way there. So if we add water there, we should see that yeah, it doesn't flow all the way there. But we may as well add a block there just for good measure. But again, I don't think you have to. Now that we've done that, you want to destroy this block here, and you want to create a water bubble elevator right here. Now, a good way you can do this is just by building kelp that goes all the way to the top, and then destroying it again, and that'll make all full water sources right here. Then what you want to do is just grab some soul sand, just like this, replace that block, and that should create a bubble elevator that goes all the way to the top, just like so. Another thing you want to do is just make sure you add a block above that. So I believe you only need 1, however it would probably be a good practice to add blocks across the top there. But again, those are just optional, you only technically need this 1 block here. And with that, that is this module linked up to that module, and it should all be working just like that. Now if we go ahead and extend this a little bit further, so if we build another one right there with, you know, another soul sand, another glass tube, we should see that if this goes up, it'll go down across there, and it'll actually just be able to squeeze right next to this guy. And then, yeah, that'll go down like that, and then there'll be the next hopper that starts there. So they can, you know, be right next to each other, squeeze in, and it actually works really, really well. So yeah, that is the whole tutorial for this thing done. And there you go. I really hope you enjoyed and found this tutorial useful. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, whatever. If you're looking for a little bit of a different design, I would recommend checking out my other video. Link will be in the description. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this, found it useful. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.